Hey, what up? It's me, Rice. Back at it again with another video, alright? I was just here to tell you that, I don't know if you know this, and I don't know if me repeating it, has cemented this fact, but I get a lot of money, okay? I have a lot of money, alright? That's, my house, okay, it has 8 floors. How many fucking floors does your house have? Probably not that many, okay? That's how many floors my house has. And that's a lot of floors, okay? It's a mansion. I live in a mansion, okay? That's what rich people live in, okay? And I get women. I get women, also. So, just FYI, alright? So, I get women, and I get money, okay? And I spend it all on Supreme. I mean, not all of it, because, you know, that's what my haters assume, alright? You know? And let me just say, my haters, okay, they just say whatever the fuck they want about me, you know? I'm still gaining subs, okay? That means I won, alright? I'm still gaining subs, and I have a lot of money, okay? So, let me tell you about, oh yeah, so, let me tell you about the time, this story time, okay? So, I was sitting, you know, with my girl, and she had, like, big boobs. Like, her boobs went down to her knees. Okay? That's how big her boobs were, alright? And so she was like, hey, ricegum, I love you. Please play with them and suck on them. And I was like, okay. And so, you know, she got naked, and her, hole, or whatever you call it, she was like, hey, put your, pee-pee in it. That's what she said. She said, hey, ricegum, I love you and your diss tracks and how much money you make. Please put your pee-pee inside of me. And I said, okay, I'll do it. And so, you know, I couldn't do it though, because, you know, for one, she was a thought, and I don't fuck with thoughts, unless they want to fuck me, which she did. But two, she didn't have any money. She said, oh yeah, I make, you know, I'm in the top 5%, and I said, top 5%? That's fucking horrible. Top 5%? Why not top 0.1%? Okay, that's where you need to be, if we want to date. I'm out of here. Okay, I'm not gonna do this, okay? But then she said, but Rice, and you know, she took her boobs in her hand, she started shaking them, right? She's like, but Rice, don't you want to play with these? And, you know, I said, you know what, thoughts, I'm not gonna do that. You know why? Because you don't have any money, or relevance. You don't even have any YouTube subscribers. You have what, 5 million? It's fucking nothing. I have 15 trillion YouTube subscribers, okay? Get on my level, you fucking irrelevant bitch, okay? Irrelevant thought. And so, you know, I went home, and my mom was there, and she was like, hey, Rice, maybe stop spending all that money on Supreme and other shit, because it's not, necessary, and you're wasting your money. And so, you know, like the bitch she was like, you know, Rice, I'm gonna have to lower your allowance from, $1,500 a week to $1,400 a week. You know, fucking Asian parents, am I right? They want to keep their money, and they just, you know, never want to use it, right? And so what I thought I would do with that $1,400 is, which isn't even a lot of money, okay? I grew up broke, okay? I make like $1,500,000, okay? That's $1.5 million a week, okay? And my mom's worrying about, you know, fucking $1,500 a week. Like, fuck off, Mom. Fuck you, you fucking bitch. I love my, you know, I mean, I don't love her because she doesn't have any YouTube subscribers. That's why I like FaZe Banks, alright? Me and FaZe Banks, you know, we're cool because he has a lot of subscribers, okay? And he's a cool guy. And he has a lot of subscribers. And our house has 8 floors in it. And it's split 57 ways. And all the 57 people have a lot of YouTube subscribers. But not as much as me. But anyway. So, she said, I'm gonna lower your allowance to $1,400 a month. And I said, you know what? Nah. You know what, Mom? I'm making a fucking diss track about you. And so, you know, I made a diss track about her, you know, and I paid my friend to write it. I mean, I wrote it myself, and I did everything, and I make $1,500 a second, and I live in a house with 8 floors, so, and I'm getting some subscribers, okay? And I by the way, okay, I'm in a Super Bowl commercial, okay? That means I'm popular and amazing. Are you amazing? Are you in a Super Bowl commercial? I don't think so. Pig. So anyway, so I was so my mom lowered it to $1,400 a month, and I made the diss track, and the diss track got about 150 million views within the first week, and all the comments were really positive because they knew that my mom took the biggest, fattest L in the history of L's. And she opened up a Facebook account, and the Facebook account got a lot of L's on the comments, right? And it got no likes, not a single like, okay? So then, you know, I said, hey mom, I'm gonna move out, okay? I'm gonna move out of this fucking shithole. I know I've been living here since I mean, I could have moved out, years ago, but I decided to stay here, because I didn't want to buy anything. Or I just wanted to, like, not pay the bills. But I guess, you know, my mom was like, Brian, you're making $10,000 every month. I think you're okay to move out now. Maybe don't spend all your money on Supreme and shoes, and maybe you'll have enough money to move out. And so what happened was I ended up, you know, after making about 15 more diss tracks on my mom, I ended up spending about $25,000 on my shoes. And then I showed it to her because, you know, I thought it'd make a funny YouTube video. And guess what? She didn't like it. Like, what the fuck is that about? Come on, mom. Fucking Asian parents. They're so protective of their money. So then she was like, Brian, stop spending your money on these shoes. And then she, like, touched them with her pinky fingernail. And I was like, did you just scuff my J's, as the rap kids, the rap guys say? I'm a rapper, okay? Mom, okay? I'm gonna become a rapper, and I'm gonna make diss tracks, okay? And so I said, hey, you know what? I'm moving out now. I'm moving out, and I'm moving to a house with 8 floors in it, okay? And I'm gonna buy it all on my own. Turns out, though, when you make about $20,000 a month off of diss tracks, and then you spend about $50,000 a month on Supreme and Gucci and Nikes, you need to, you know, sometimes, like, if on a bad month, I might have to start thinking about sharing my living space. And so, you know, I decided, okay, you know, I want to make sure that the money that I have is gonna last, so I'm gonna buy a house that has 8 floors. Guys, I don't know if you realize this, my house has 8 floors in it, okay? It's better than your shit house. But anyway, so, you know, I met up with FaZe Banks, and he was like, hey, I like your stuff, man. Do you wanna, like, live together? And I said, well, okay, I'll do it. And so, you know, and then he was like, hey, can I bring my FaZe clan in? And I was like, okay. And so now there's 57 people, and all of them have a lot of subscribers, okay? So, that's, you know, that's my living situation right now. So, oh yeah, the Gabby show, the Gabby show. Alright, let's talk about that. So, here's what happened, guys, alright? So I was, you know, sitting down, I was, you know, minding my own business, and this fucking bitch comes up to me and is like, hey, you've made a lot of videos about me, and, you've generally been annoying me and just calling me all these fucking names and shit, so I'm gonna make fun of you for a little bit. And I said, hey, that's not okay. I'm just sitting down, minding my own business, you fucking bitch. Fuck you. And, you know, after that, she didn't leave me alone. And so, you know, I did, like, this is the only thing I could have done, guys, okay? This is the only thing. I could either sit there and, like, take it and look like a complete bitch, okay? Or I could have taken her phone out of her hand and smashed it on the ground and then stomped on it and then threw it in the toilet, okay? Which is what I did. And I thought, hey, you know, this won't go anywhere or anything. But then, okay, she said, hey, this guy ran up to me and, broke my nose and then brought a gun out and then tried to shoot me after he took the phone, okay, after he smashed it. And I said, no, that's not true. I pulled a gun out before I smashed your phone, okay? By the way, it wasn't a gun, okay? It wasn't just any gun. It was a gold encrusted shotgun that had gold bullets that would shoot gold and supreme and money. I have a house with 8 floors, and I have money, and I get women, and I make $50,000 a second. So anyway, I said, no, I'm not gonna take this. I'm not gonna sit here and look like a bitch. I'm gonna stand up for myself. And so I made a diss track, okay? And it was really good. And it was amazing. I wrote about 1/5 of half of it. But I did most of the work, and I think, you know. I mean, like, you know, my friend, he made the beat, and he wrote everything that I didn't wrote, which was, you know, more than about 3 sentences. But, you know, I still think I did most of the work. You know, that's just how it goes. So after that, I bought, you know, a couple cars, and I bought a couple prostitutes. I mean, I got a couple girlfriends, okay? And, you know, then the Jake Paul stuff's happening. And, I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna make a diss track on Jake Paul. And so I do. And, guys, I made a really, really funny, title. It was called, you ready for this? You ready for this? Okay? I don't think you're ready. So, his song was called Everyday Bro. And so I went, I don't know. FaZe Banks, what's a song title? I mean, my brain that I'm coming up with myself with this, piece of paper and pencil that I'm writing on with no backing. What do you think? And the pencil, and not FaZe Banks, because I do all the work, said, I don't know, Every Night Sis. And I said, wow, that's a great thing that I just thought of. And so I titled the diss track that, and, you know, I worked really hard for like 5 minutes making sure that the diss track was really good. And the reason why it was so good is because I get a lot of money and live in a house with 8 floors, okay? And I get women. So, the diss track drops, and Jake Paul is thinking, oh my god, oh my god, oh no. Oh, I'm screwed now. Ricegum is just the best rapper. I love him. And what ended up happening was, Jake Paul, you know, he did a bunch of stupid shit, and then I made another diss track on him, and then I made about 15 other diss tracks on him. And they were all really good, and they were all really smart, and they had very intelligent disses in them, okay? And so, you know, after tweeting out, man, I would love to see a Ricegum content cop, and hey, at iDubbbz, when's the Ricegum content cop dropping? And hey, iDubbbz, can you please make a content cop on me? Guess what he does? He makes a content cop on me! What the fuck? What am I supposed to do? I'm a victim here, okay? I have to deal with a lot of criticism now. Alright? Oh wait, sorry, I skipped something. No, I can mention it here. So, the first thing he brings up to make me look bad, which is different from all the other beefs I've had, because they were with people that, you know, I knew wouldn't fight back or anything. the first thing he brings up is the rape comment, which, you know, I already apologized for after being publicly called out about it, okay? Here's what happened there. So, in about 2005, when I was like, I don't know, I was a young lad, okay? I was way different from when I was back then, okay? I was completely different, okay? I lived in a house with only one floor, okay? That's what was different. And that means my personality was different. I made a dumb joke and then ran with it for about 10 minutes straight, and I didn't stop, and I said, haha, you got raped, you dumb bitch, you fucking whore, haha. And, you know, it was just something that slipped out, you know, it slipped out. I couldn't have done anything really to stop myself from saying it. And so, you know, this guy, he calls me out for it, and, you know, after, you know, getting through and saying, wow, this guy's a fucking bigger piece of shit than me, you know, fuck this guy more than me, this guy deserves more criticism than me. I called up the rape victim, and I said, hey, remember that thing that I said, a couple years ago? Well, I'm sorry for it. And then she said, I don't know what you're talking about, and then I said, terrific, and then I hung up. Not before talking about how now I live in a house with 8 floors, and I make a lot of money, and I make more money than you, and you're poor, haha, dumb bitch, you deserve to get raped. So, you know, I made the apology for it, and I also put 5 ads on it, and then got it sponsored by, Dollar Shave Club. I couldn't shave at the time because I didn't grow any hair, but, you know, it was something for, people who actually worked hard or grew hair or anything. It was for them. And so what happened was he makes a content cop on me. I mean, you know, I asked for it and everything, and I said, hey, iDubbbz, please make a content cop on me, but I don't know how to deal with it, okay? And I know I said that I would be prepared for it and everything, and I said, hey, iDubbbz, if you make a content cop on me, I'm gonna respond back so well, you're gonna be fucking shattered, okay? And then he was like, okay, I'm gonna make a content cop on you. Like, what the fuck was I supposed to do? What the fuck? Ugh, this is horrible. And so, then, what happened was I made a response video, and it got really high praise, okay? There were only about 800,000 dislikes, and there were over 250,000 likes. Well, it wasn't above that, but it was almost above that, okay? I think it's at like 248,000 now. By the way, just in case you thought I wasn't a good YouTuber, I live in a house with 8 floors, and I get a lot of money. Speaking of that, he criticized me for flexing. And, you know, I mean, I'm not flexing. I don't really flex ever. But also, you know, all of hip-hop does that. Their entire life, they go around and they say, hey, everybody in the entire world, look at how much money I have. That's what they do all the time, constantly, 24/7, you know, and I was imitating that because I'm a real rapper, okay, I'm a real rapper. I was broke, okay, I was making $1,400 a week, and I couldn't even buy a house, I couldn't even buy a mansion at that point, that's how poor I was, you know, I was broke, and now I flex, okay, I know Tupac, and I know Biggie. I mean, I don't think I'm the best or anything. I just think I'm better than you. And so then, he criticized me for, almost filming a girl, without her knowing of us having sex. And then, you know, we don't need to address that. And then, he criticized me for, making a parody Genius video. Like, what? I was going to explain my lyrics regardless. I was getting tweet after tweet after tweet saying, ricegum, I don't know what this is about. I don't know. Can you please explain it to me? Please. My mom says that, I'm not allowed to learn about this stuff yet until I'm in middle school. Can you please explain it to me? And I was like, okay. You know, I feel bad for him because, you know, his mom isn't allowing him to do these things. And so then I made a parody, Genius video, and I said, you know, I know music, I'm a really good musician, you know, I have a lot of money. I live in a house with 8 floors. Fuck you if you're poor. And that was going really well. And I explained, here's some of my lyrics, okay? Jake Paul, you are dumb. Jake Paul, you have no brain. Your raps are really dumb. Your raps are really lame. And what I was referring to there is that Jake Paul's brain is really dumb, okay? He's a dumb person. And he raps, right? But his raps are bad. And so I said, your raps are lame, which is another word for bad. So that's what I had to explain to my audience because they wouldn't have got it otherwise, okay? And then he criticized me for some other stuff. He said that I was calling people irrelevant, and I was because they are irrelevant. Because I live in a house with 8 floors, and I make $50 million a month on YouTube. That's how much money I make, and that's like a low-paying month, by the way. Okay, I can make way more than that. All right, and so then he criticized me for some other stuff. And then he makes a diss track, alright? And the diss track sucks. It's fucking horrible, alright? It's fucking shit. It's a fucking shit diss track. And it sucks, alright? And then I make a diss track, and it's fucking amazing. It's fire, okay? I got, I got almost 2 good comments, alright? I almost got 2 good comments. One of them was half good, and the other one was really good. And I pinned that one, and I said, hey, everyone, please go like this other comment, and I'm gonna delete all the other comments that say bad things about me. Okay? I didn't really delete the comments, but it was kind of implied, and I said, hey, I might start deleting comments, so, just stop saying bad things about me. But, a lot of the comments were, really mean, and it's like, bro, I only made this response video in, 10 minutes, and it's 20 minutes long, okay? I think I did a pretty good job. No one else on the entire planet thought it was good, but I thought it was pretty good. So, and so then, I made a diss track, and it was fucking fire, right? But it got, the like to dislike ratio, you don't even need to look at it. It's really good, okay? My song's about to pass his in views, okay? Even though my song went under the content cop, despite it being 30 minutes and my video being 3 minutes, I still think it's about to go over. So, and then, I was like, okay, now that that's over, what should I do next? Oh, I know, Markiplier, okay? He made a video where he references me for 5 seconds. Okay? Now I have to make an entire video about that, okay? And I gotta say, hey, Markiplier, if you come at me, I'm gonna start to think about making a diss track on you that's about 8 seconds long, okay? Markiplier, you don't want to fuck with me. You're fucking irrelevant, even though you have double my subscribers and get way more views in a month than me. So then, I was like, okay. And then, after flexing on homeless people and making it rain on homeless people in pennies, I was like, okay, time to react to Jake Paul's new house. And guess what, guys, okay, I need to be real with you. His house, it didn't have 8 floors in it. It only had 2. And so I said, okay, I need to make a video about this right now. And so I did. And then Jake Paul comes back with some really dumb shit. And I know I'm entirely in the right? And he's like, they were fat shaming Tessa and Nick, and I'm like, newsflash, I wasn't fat shaming them at all, okay? And you're dumb for thinking that. And what else? What else? I'm trying to remember, because I'm just thinking about all the time how many women I'm doing and how much money I'm making. And so then he's like, ricegum, you're fat shaming, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but this tweet you made in 2004 shows that you were fat shaming, okay? So, I know I said earlier that you change over time, But that's not the truth for Jake Paul, okay? He's a terrible person. And so after that, I was like, "Ooh, man, what should I do? Oh, I know, I'll make a Christmas song." And here's how it went: "Hey, Christmas, hey, Christmas, hey, hey, Christmas, hey, Christmas, hey," and it was just that, and it was really good, and it was hella fire on that yeet. You know, and it got 50 million views in the first week. I mean, it didn't. It only got about 2. But I mean, it doesn't even have 2 yet. But that's besides the point. Oh, and now I'm in a Super Bowl commercial. Okay, you know, I went over to Super Bowl headquarters and I was like, "Hey, can you put me in the Super Bowl commercial?" And they were like, well, you're gonna have to be an extra, and you're gonna have to be in the back, and you're only gonna be in there for about 2 seconds. But I know that you are really talented and amazing at everything you do. And so I was like, yeah, I know. So put me in. And I wanted to rap, but they said, you know, something about, oh, you're a fucking terrible rapper and no adult is gonna take you seriously. And so, you know, that's just, you know, that's what happened. So that's my life so far. Thank you guys for watching. Guys, just FYI, I have a house with 8 floors in it, okay? I make a lot of money and I get women. Goodbye.